Hello, everybody. We're going to get started as I'm sure more people will hop on. I'm going to mute everyone right now just so we can make sure we have a nice, clean recording. Okay. So welcome, you guys, and thank you for hopping on the call. My name is Becca McKernan. I know it's confusing because it says Amy Hazelton is me, but we just share the same account to do these kind of calls. I am a national vice president, and I am in Amy's success line. So if you don't recognize me as your national vice president, most likely it's Amy, but I am under Amy, so we kind of share these nice calls. So happy Tuesday evening. Thanks for hopping on. I know it's like dinner time. I was telling some people before the recording, I'm a night nurse, and I still work part-time, and I happen to be working tonight and tomorrow night because on Thursday, I'm flying to England for 2 weeks. So I wanted to get this call done early in the month to get you guys excited and welcomed to our business and our company, and just kind of get you off started nice and quick. So a little bit of background on me. I've been in Arbonne for 5 years. Oh, last month. Yeah, last month was my 5-year anniversary. And I started Arbonne literally having no clue what I was doing. I had no desire. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. And at the time, I was honestly looking for a little more income. I was living paycheck to paycheck in a really tiny apartment and doing my dream job, and I'm not understanding how I could be doing my dream job, but wanting to do more and not having the financial or the time ability to do that. So when Arbonne fell into my lap, it was sort of perfect timing. I was actually applying to other part-time nursing jobs, which is insane because I was already doing so much nursing, and here I was going to add more just to make more money, but wishing I could make money from home or while I could travel. And enter Arbonne. Amy introduced me to Arbonne. Long story short, after being terrified, you probably all have these feelings, I finally said yes. And in the past 5 years, oh, can you not hear me? Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I just did a call and there was no issue, I don't think. Can someone else comment and just make sure that I sound okay? So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, been in Arbonne 5 years. And I can tell you guys one thing, the things that have kept me in Arbonne the longest is having fun, the connections I've made with people along the way, and having a vision for what my life would look like when Arbonne became successful. Because when you start Arbonne, what I love about it is, I mean, love to hate it, but it's not an overnight success. You're not an overnight millionaire the day that you start. But what Arbonne allows you to do is start, enjoy the products, enjoy getting to know the business while making money. You guys can make money this month. And I was just talking to the brand new district managers, which is level 1 of the 4 levels we have, and explaining to them what they can do to teach you guys, their new consultants, how to become a district manager this month. And we're going to talk about that. But first and foremost, I want to welcome you to Arbonne, and just know if you're here and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, none of us know what we're doing. No one's born being a network marketer. I'm a nurse because I feel like I'm drawn to helping people, but I don't think anyone's born with the ability to understand a network marketing business. Maybe you're in sales, but I still think network marketing is way different than traditional sales. So tips to get your business started. Number 1, have fun. Enjoy this process. Don't get overwhelmed by the little hiccups, and I call them little now. They probably don't seem little to you at the time. But enjoy your journey. And I was just telling the district managers, you guys, everyone sort of has a deck of cards when they join their Arbonne business, and you're going to join, and you might sponsor, the very first person might be an ace, and they're going to run with you, and they're going to promote you, and you're going to promote them, and you're going to run together and have an amazing journey. Some of you guys in that deck of cards are going to flip over a joker or a 1 or a 2. And what I mean by that, not necessarily them as a person, but they might not be the person that's going to be a lifer in Arbonne. And I can tell you in my journey, in the first 6 months, I sponsored a couple of people who were super fun, super friendly, but they weren't interested in growing a business. And when they stopped working, I thought my world was over. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's been 6 months. This person and this person have joined after me, and they've already promoted to district, on their way to area, on their way to region. And here I sit with no one. So know that everyone's journey is going to be different. And honestly, in the 5 years I've been in Arbonne, and in that 6 months, so some of those people who promoted past me, they're no longer in Arbonne for whatever reason. So honestly, the thing that I want to teach you guys from the start is to have blinders, have your journey and have that be it, because everyone's journey you just can't compare to. No one's going to be on the same path as you. Some people, like I said, are going to get an ace right away, and it took me 6 months to sponsor my first ace, and she's one of my best friends. And she has been chasing my tail ever since. But you know what? It might take someone 2 years to find that person. And I would have waited for them because Arbonne is so worth it. So what I want you guys to think about right now is making a commitment to make this work. Arbonne is so different than other companies because you're not swiping in at the beginning of the day and swiping out and calling it good. And it's not just doing a little, you know, what happens in Arbonne is what you put into it, you get out of it. And that's a great thing if you're someone who's a self-motivator and you're hardworking. And it's okay if it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm just going to start and see where it goes. That's what we want you to do. And we want you to be so connected to us. So I'm going to go over a little bit of tips of how you can kind of get started. And I have a little note sheet here, so don't mind if I'm kind of looking down because I'm hitting buttons because I don't want to miss anything. So the very first thing when you become a consultant is being able to indulge in the wonderful products that Arbonne has to offer. And what does that mean? Becoming a product of the product. Now, if you come into my house right now, my sink has our new Botanique's passion fruit hand wash. Every single one of my showers has probably like 18 different body washes. The shampoo is Arbonne. You get the idea. Open my cabinets. It's all Arbonne nutrition. Become a product of the product. If I were to take your purse or your pockets and empty them, I wouldn't want to see a Burt's Bee lip balm in there anymore. I'd want to see our new coconut or our new shea butter lip balm. And what is that going to do? First of all, it's going to make you fall in love with Arbonne because if you use it, you love it. That's what our products do. They're amazing. They're also going to become conversation starters. I sponsored a beautiful hairdresser the other day because I put my phone down and it had the Arbonne pop socket on it. And they're like, what is that? What's Arbonne? Oh, I've heard of Arbonne. I don't know much about it. Okay, so when you're a product of a product, you're pulling out Arbonne, you're talking about it. When people say, oh, your lashes look great, or oh, you're looking like you have so much energy, and you can refer back. You don't have to say it's my 5-hour energy or it's this person's mascara. You're wearing Arbonne's mascara. You're using our Phytosport line. You're using our nutrition. You have our deodorant, whatever it is. It's going to help you as a person grow your belief in Arbonne, but it's also going to help you grow your business because you're going to be talking about Arbonne. So whether that means hosting a few parties to use those amazing host rewards to get products cheaper, or maybe stocking up on a few things right now, get those products in your home. And if you don't have any, borrow some from some uplines until you can try a little bit of stuff, but get those events going so you can get those host rewards. Okay. Other things that you guys, I want you to get connected right away. Like I said before, what's kept me in Arbonne are the connections. We have so many ways to stay connected. First off, if you're in my nation, I have a nation Facebook page. If you're in Amy's, she has one. If you're in a region under me, then they might have some sort of message thread or Facebook page. Get connected with those. Also, get the wonderful app called Voxer, V-O-X-E-R. It is a little walkie-talkie app that keeps us easily contacting each other quickly because all you do is talk into it. You don't have to text things. So if you're like, walk me through this step in the website, I can get on my Voxer and I can say it to you and you can replay it. It's a lot easier, I think, than typing out a paragraph. And sometimes we can't hop on the phone all the time. So that's a really nice thing to do. We also have that new consultants, it's called a S'more page. Mine is pinned at the top of my page, and you click on it and it goes through all the steps of becoming a new consultant and talks about different things that you can do. Go to our Monday meetings. Once a month, the first Monday of every month, unless there's a holiday, we do a meeting in Manchester. It is from 7 to 9 p.m., 2 hours of your whole month. If you are within driving distance, get there and make it a point to bring a guest. But guess what? If you don't bring a guest, come just the same. I have been to so many meetings without guests and it still fills me up and gets me excited. And then that time when you do bring a guest, you have all those people who are sitting there excited and rallying, and your guests will want to join instantly. I'm just saying, it's an amazing place to be. If you can't get there by car, you can Zoom into those meetings. They are amazing. The first part really helps new consultants like you guys or your guests understand what Arbonne is because we go over Arbonne. And then we do recognition. So you're sitting there and you're seeing the roses and the Tiffany's and the jewelry and all the fun recognition stuff that most jobs people never receive. And then the second half of the meeting is training. So it's kind of like this. People are telling what they're doing in Arbonne right now that keeps them successful. And you kind of fill your cup, so to speak, with that kind of information. So never miss those Monday meetings if you can be there or if you can Zoom in, okay? Other things that are kind of like little homeworky things, but it's going to help you grow your business so much. If you haven't done this already, is make a list of 100 people that you know. Now, it doesn't have to be 100 of your best friends, 100 of your relatives. I want you to put things on there like your hairdresser, your dental hygienist, maybe a coworker that you want to talk to. But get the list going. I have made so many 100-person lists over the years because I want to keep refreshing my mind of people who I know. Because once your brain realizes you know more people than you think you do, you have way more people to start talking to. And then you can even categorize them. Here's someone, I've talked to these people, they're a no or a not right now. We'll come back to them. This person wants samples. It just starts you out with having some people that you can right away start to talk to, especially when you've talked to your 5, 6 besties. Let's say they all say no. That's fine. We move on to the next 5 or 6, okay? So it gives you something to go off of. Let me see what else I want to talk about. I want you guys to really shape up what your why is. What is the reason that you started Arbonne? Now that might be different. It's going to be different for all of you. And guess what? It's going to be different as you go. So mine changed. When I first started Arbonne, I wanted to travel more. I wanted to buy my dream home. And those are really my 2 big ones. I wanted to do a lot more, but that's where I started. I said, I was so mad I can't travel to see my parents as easy as I would like to. They live in Florida. I want to be able to get on a plane and not stress so much about money. And I want to get out of this tiny shoebox apartment and live with my husband in a nice home. So you guys, what is it for you? Maybe it's to get out of your job. Maybe it's to buy the shoes you want. Maybe it's to fund your Arbonne addiction. But get that why super strong and right off the bat, and then share it with people. Share it with your uplines, because we want to know what got you excited to join Arbonne, so we can remind you of that often and be like, you are doing it. But my why has changed. Within 2 years, I was in my dream home. So and then I had to say, okay, what's next? What do I want to do? I want to go part-time at my job. I want to do this, whatever it is, you can change it from there. But starting right now with really what gets you excited, have a why. People say have a why that makes you cry, or have a why that makes you work. I'm not a mom, but a lot of moms say they want more time with their kids. That's a great one. So, what does that look like? What do you have to give up, or what do you want to give up so you can be home with your kids more often? And then I want you to start thinking of your dream team. Who are 5 people or 6 or 10 people in your life that you want to start doing Arbonne with you? And again, this dream team might not come to fruition in your first month, or your first 2 months, or your first 3 months, or your first year. I love seeing people post, ooh, welcome to the team. This person's been on my dream team since day 1, and now I'm 2 years into my business and they're joining. That's fine. But start thinking of those people, and then asking your uplines, whether it's your area, your district, your area, your region, or your national vice president, to come with you to a coffee date and share with them Arbonne, because you're great, because you're going there and you're excited, but you might not have all the answers, and you want to maybe bring someone with you who's had the success that you're working towards right now. So bring your regional vice president, show up in the white Mercedes, and there's a vision for them right there. So be creative and use your upline, use your resources. Do not feel like you have to do this alone. We want to be partnering with you so you guys can become successful. So right now, if you are a brand new consultant over the last couple of months, I see some faces, you've been in Arbonne longer, so this is more speaking, and it's okay even if you're like, I've been in here for a while, but I'm relaunching. What I want you to think for goals for July is to launch your business. If you haven't truly done 2 launches, and I personally think 2 in-person launches is best, and what that means is, it's like if you were opening a restaurant, you'd almost have like a soft opening where you brought your family and friends only, and they got to sample the food, or a clothing store, same thing. That's what we're doing with Arbonne. We want to have your work friends, your family, your best friends come together in your home, and then your upline is going to sit there and they're going to share the Arbonne story and paint that vision. And you're probably going to have a little part. You might just say what got you excited in Arbonne, but your job is to bring some food, bring some friends, and we do the rest. We have the products and everything. Get your business launched off the ground. And even if no one buys at that first party, that has been a great first touch for a lot of people. They say that the average person takes about 6 to 9 touches, meaning little drops of Arbonne information before they say yes. Now, maybe you are quicker. Think of your own personal journey, or maybe it took you longer to say yes to Arbonne, but that's sort of the average. So, some people who came to my party, 5 years ago, they're just now wanting to join the business, but the timing had to be right. So getting people to come and see what you're doing so they can then share maybe with their family and friends and so on. Maybe we can book a few events off, from people who come, but launching your business in the first couple months is so huge. When I joined, Amy told me to do 2 bare minimum. And I did one on a weeknight. So people who could come to that could come to a weeknight and a weekend. So it gave people kind of an option there. Now, the big thing for all of you guys as new consultants is that this month, Arbonne reduced what you need to get to the first level of Arbonne. Normally, to do district manager, which is the first level, which all of you guys should be working towards if you're on this call, I'm guessing, Normally, it's 6,000 QV in 1 month to become a district. So some people do that, but a lot of people like me do it over 3 months. And over 3 months, it's doing 7,500 over 3, which breaks down to 2,500, 2,500, 2,500 over 3. Arbonne says for the month of July, as a special treat, we are making it only 3,500 to promote to district. What does that mean? It means that anyone who joins your team this month, anyone who buys from you, all of those volume, the volume of your new teammates, the volume of your parties, your launches, all gets put together. And when you hit 3,500 QV, you become a district manager. The awesome thing about that is to maintain district, it's only 2,500. So so this is July, you do 3,500 next month. We obviously want you to do more. But the cool thing is to stay a district manager, you do 2,500. So you've already shown yourself that you can do more than what most district managers are doing every single month. So it's pretty darn cool. This should be something that is so crystal clear in your heads right now. You're a brand new CEO of Arbonne. Yes, you are. I want you guys to be thinking, I can do district in 1 month. Arbonne is giving me a gift. I'm brand new in Arbonne. This doesn't happen often. We are making it so you can do it in 1 month. It's brilliant, okay? So the other exciting thing, you guys, is Arbonne does new consultant bonuses of $100. So anytime a consultant who has not yet promoted to district does 2,500, they give you a $100 bonus. So on top of promoting to the first level in 1 month, you're also going to get a $100 bonus, which is pretty exciting. Not to mention, me and Amy's Nations are doing an extra special gift for anyone who promotes to district this month. So you'll be getting a little extra treat sent in the mail or at the monthly meeting if you promote in this first month. You guys, all of you want to become districts. Let me tell you, I was just talking to the the new districts who are going area, and they're so excited. If you can become a district, then you can become a national vice president because you do nothing different than you do to become a district. It's getting excited. It's staying involved. It's reaching out to people. It's following up. It's using your upline. It's reading. The personal development is so huge in Arbonne. I wish that someone had literally opened my brain and inserted the information, the instruction to do personal development from day one. I thought that was silly. I thought reading and listening to books was silly. Well, let me tell you, I've started to pick up my reading the last couple of years in Arbonne. It took me a few years to understand it. I think I've read 10 books so far this year. And then that's not including the ones that I listen to tape. I dive into reading because you're going to have months in your business or days in your business where people are going to say no, and you're going to think, is this really for me? Can I really be doing this? Like, this doesn't seem like it's meant for me. Then you open up one of those books like You Are a Badass, or sorry for my language, but that's the name of the book, or Get Over Your Damn Self, or Rachel Hollis' book like Girl Wash Your Face. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can do anything. It's like a recharge. So never underestimate the power of what you can do for your own brain every single day by doing your reading. Okay, what else? Sponsoring. What you can do this month, especially to help you become a district, is sponsoring one person. Who in your life right now can use Arbonne? And I was telling my new districts, keep your ears and your eyes open to people all the time. Now when I go shopping, I go into a boutique here, or do something, I am finding a way to bring up Arbonne. I loved the other day that I had my little pop socket so I could sponsor someone at a hairdressing because it was something that we could talk about. But honestly, you guys, if you don't have any Arbonne swag, that's okay. Just have the belief and the excitement. So when you're in a clothing store and someone's like, what can I help you with? Oh, I need this new dress. I'm going to my first ever meeting for my new business. What's your business? Oh my goodness, it's way too exciting to talk to you about in person, but let's exchange information. And that's another key, you guys. Don't exchange emails or a business card. Exchange social media platforms, okay? I get people on my Instagram all the time because Instagram is my platform for sharing my Arbonne and my life all in one. I don't do a separate business page on Facebook. I don't do anything. Arbonne is this unique thing that you can actually, or a unique business where you can interweave your life with Arbonne. So I don't think it has to be separate. I want people to see Becca doing life with her Arbonne business all together. So when someone follows me on Instagram, they're gonna see that I went running and used my PhytoSport. They're going to see that I'm taking my team out for drinks to talk business strategy. And they're going to say, no one takes me out for drinks. So use your social media to do both, to show Arbonne. It doesn't mean that you have to make nerdy posts about Arbonne ingredients. It's just a way to start showing your journey and your excitement as you become a consultant. And honestly, you guys, one of the other tips that I have, or things that I want to tell you, because you're the newbies, you're the people coming on, is really upholding our Arbonne culture. This is huge. Another huge reason why I decided to stay in Arbonne is because of how amazing our culture is. I got to be with brand new Regional Vice President Courtney Dennis on close night, and she played for me a message. So our founder was named Petter. And Petter is no longer alive, but his son is, and he is our brand ambassador. And he's right up there. He's like the #2 guy in our company. And she played me a message on Voxer, which is that app, that walkie-talkie app that he sent her directly to her. And he said, I'm so excited. I see that your team is finishing region. I want you to know that Arbonne Home Office is cheering for you in the Dennis region. You know, he wasn't copying, pasting messages. He used her name. He said, when you wake up tomorrow on July 1st, you are going to be a regional vice president. That is amazing. That is the culture of Arbonne. It's coming together and it's cheering people on, it's lifting people up. Now with culture, I want to tell you guys, you're going to be really excited and you're going to be sharing Arbonne left and right with people. But one question that I want you to ask when you're talking to people is, have you talked to Arbonne with anybody else? Has anyone else ever shared Arbonne with you? It stinks and it hurts when you have been working with someone in Arbonne for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, and all of a sudden they reach out to you and they're all excited because they joined Arbonne, but they joined under another team because that consultant didn't think to ask, have you been working with somebody else? What we do in Arbonne is we always refer back, okay? And what that means is, let's say it's somebody and you're so excited, you just met them, they were sitting next to you on an airplane, you talked, finally talked about Arbonne, all excited, and you know, they're like, oh, I totally want to do this, and finally they reveal, they're like, and I'm so excited, I tried Vistix for my coworker, and she's a brand new consultant, but she's new, and you're so experienced. That is your opportunity to say, oh my gosh, that girl is going to be so excited that we talked. Go back and tell her you want to do Arbonne and join her team. Even if she's new, she has leaders up the wazoo who are going to help you become successful. That is integrity. That is what Arbonne has done for 40 years, keeping Arbonne a successful company with class. So always refer back people to who they've been talking to, because you want the same thing to be happening to you when you're out there growing your Arbonne business. So you guys, honestly, I know we kind of talked about a whole jumble of stuff. Things that I really want you to be focusing on are, one, painting yourself a vision for becoming a district manager this month. Close the back door. Have this massive vision that not only could you do district manager numbers, you could go into area qualification this month. That's the second level of management. You can do anything in Arbonne. I'm on the National Vice President page, and one girl posted the other day, they said, what does it mean if someone does 40,000 in their start month? Does that automatically make them a region qual? Like, I sat there and I was like, what? And that kind of stuff can happen, you guys. Do not think small when you think Arbonne. Anything is possible, but also know that your journey is going to be unique to you. I was telling my new district managers, I promoted to district, then area. Then I lost my area and went back to district. And I had to re-promote to area. But guess what? Your setbacks become your comebacks. And when I re-promoted to area, it only took me 2 months to get into qualification for region. So don't think the little speed bumps are going to be it for you. Don't even ask yourself, was this meant for me? Because it is. You just have to have a vision. And I brought this down too. This is my dream board. And I encourage all of you guys, this is my like 5th dream board since Arbonne. So I didn't make this one 5 years ago when I started. And even in the bottom, I have one that says, Steve can dream too. That's another great tip. If you have kids or if you have a spouse, talk to them about what Arbonne would mean to, what it would mean to them if you were making $2,000 extra a month or $10,000 extra a month. I love when I'm driving in the car with my husband, painting him a vision, because he's a realist at heart. I'm the visionary. I see big things and he doesn't. So I have to help him kind of see big things. So I say, what would you do with an extra X or this? Or what happens when we hit our next milestone in Arbonne? What happens if we bonus? What would it look like to you to earn the trips? You guys, tell people about what you see. And if you don't see it yet, then talk to your uplines, partner with us, because we are so excited for you to be on this journey. So I'm going to keep it short. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, but become a district manager, make your 100-person list, launch your business this month, and get connected. If you guys can get connected, stay connected, share Arbonne with people, and think, oh my goodness, I can become a district manager this month, you guys, you will take off. So I don't want to keep you any longer. Thank you so much for hopping on here. This is my other thing that I always have hanging when someone's going for a promotion. I brought it down. If your dreams don't scare you, then they aren't big enough. I live by that. So think big, and I really want you to put your head on your pillow tonight and think, what will happen when I'm successful with Arbonne? Because it is a powerful thing. And then write it down, share it with people, and make your vision board, you guys, because anything is possible. So I love you all. Thank you for hopping on here, and welcome again to our Arbonne tribe. And I look forward to seeing you at the meetings and on these calls, and just keep rocking it, guys. You're awesome. All right, I'm going to stop.